So, Martin Walls just uploaded a new video. Goody. So, I'll be breaking down the trailer until the next part comes out. So, the trailer starts out with the heads of Banny, Shaw, Bon, and Billy flashing by the screen in what appears to be their forms in Little Bon's neighborhood. Before we get ahead of ourselves, though, I want to point out two things. One is that Buzu is noticeably absent from the head count. And second, this episode seems to be heavily centered around Banny. We then get a mini recap from the first episode, with the video stalling on the storage facility clip. For the first time ever, we're getting images of the Banny and Shaw animatronics, as well as the Bon animatronic, or at least their heads. We then get a flurry of images I assume will be in the next episode, in the outline of a face. However, there were 4 stills that caught my attention. One was this one of the Bon animatronic resting on a table. The next one is of a new character, or maybe an endoskeleton, with a vest that says Cyber Fun. The third one is of Bon outside the storage facility, and the last is of this 8-bit scene. We then get static and see the name of this new episode, Relocation Project. Before we finish, we're greeted by Banny, thanking us for all of our support on this series. The video ends, but not without one last tease.
Shadow Man.
So what does all of this mean? Well, this isn't going to be an analysis. I'll make that when the actual video comes out. But I want to point out 2 things. The first thing I want to address is Buzu's omission. I couldn't find him anywhere in the trailer except for this still. Also, something I'm noticing just now is that Bon appears to have soot on his lower arms. But back to Buzu's omission. I think it's just representing Bunny Smiles temporarily retiring him. It might sound a bit far-fetched, but in the first episode, we didn't see all 5 characters at the same time. I think it might be something like that. Lastly is the Shadow Man, mentioned in the last seconds of the trailer. There's not much information to go off of, but it could be either Jack Walten or the face we saw with flashing the images. But then again, this is just a trailer. All of this is just speculation from me, and there's not much to go off of. But before we part, I just want to say, Martin, can't wait for next episode.